Team. Today we're gonna have an exciting matchup. It is Bosco Tech versus the BHS Pilots in here in this best of 5 Rocket League matchup. We're gonna jump directly to the gameplay right now. They've already started, and as you can see, let me get some real quick. Just been informed Bosco Tech is blue. They already have a goal here today, counting down to the 3:30 minute mark right now already. And we're jumping straight in. BHS Pilots and Bosco Tech. So I'm here joined with my co-commentator Raphael. Raphael, what do you have to say right now about just the game overall right now?
Overall, it looks like Bosco's winning 1-0. I know it's kind of obvious, but
Yeah, we jumped in already. I mean, they're 5-minute games. So within the first 2 minutes, Bosco already started with a great attack. And as you can see, Bosco's just pushing very much into the Pilots zone already. They're not really letting any kind of ball go into their own defensive side. Counting down to 2:40 mark here. And just Bosco here on the attack. Great movement. Ball back to Lotus. To Awesome Dan. Picked up to the top. Ghost takes over the ball. Ball goes up. Goal, almost. What a save. Shot on goal. Lotus coming in. And finally, Bosco Tech gets the ball on their side. Lotus with the ball going up. And it's no good. Shot is no good.
just a little bit too short.
Just a little bit. And Bosco's gotta have to play hard defense here. And there's no one guarding goal right now. It seems pretty open now for Moss. Given going up there with the ball. He's gonna take full control. He's going up there for a little tap in. Awesome Dan with a nice tap to push into their side. Moss there with a contest. Awesome Dan, nice tap in over. And Bosco Tech just trying to play a little catch up here, trying to get more defense here. Lotus tap back into orange side. Full on push from Bosco. Ball almost goes in with a tap in by Moises. And Ghost going into contest. Ball in at the top. Awesome Dan. Almost in, just off the right side of the board. Ghost going up. Lotus going up with a little tap in. No good. Blocked by Moises. Ghost coming in the front. No one's there to help tap it in. Awesome Dan off the top of the wall. Given moving the ball over. A little contest. As of right now, I mean, it's been pretty even competition right now, as far as I can see, right?
Honestly, I think they've had a lot of goals.
Yeah, they've been
almost making a lot of goals. Orange had it, Bosco's had it. Even nearly.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Bosco Tech is the more of the aggressor here, as you can see. Counting down to the last 30 seconds of the first game. Bosco is still holding that lead that they scored in the first opening minutes. Waiting for another contest there. A lot of shots on goal, but a lot of misses too. Bosco just can't seem to finish to get that spare goal. Dan with a clutch block there. No one else was around him. And Dan's going to get demoed here, pushing in on orange side. Good block by Moises. Lotus from the top. No good. And Bosco's just got to play a little defense here in the last 10 seconds. Hopefully no goal can score. Ghost almost got in with a little contest. Lotus tap in.
Great score.
Great shot by Lotus there, and that's probably going to seal the deal here. 2-0 with 6 seconds left. Bosco's going to take the first match, and Bosco's just been playing very aggressive to start it off already. Down 6 seconds. Can the Pilots get a little quick goal in? Pilots are going to win the kickoff here, and now the last second.
It doesn't matter.
They're going to keep the ball up. Hold up. Given. They're keeping it up in the air for at least the last 10 seconds. Ball's going to go low, and there it is. Bosco Tech takes the first round 2-0, and obviously predominantly Bosco's been just leading already in the first game. Hopefully a sign of things to come, right, Raphael?
I hope so. Honestly, if Pilots want to win, they think they got to up their aggressivity and be playing less on defense, because a lot of that game is just them playing on defense, while Bosco's up the point and able to play more aggressively on them.
Yeah, obviously, like, if you look at the Pilots here and their score, Moses has 347, while his teammates are around 200 points lower. And then from Bosco, it's been a very clear Lotus and Ghost with a pretty much even amount of points, 408 and 370 here. Counting down to the next match in 25 seconds. And just looking at the scoreboard here, Lotus and Ghost both each had a goal. Both each had an assist. And look at that shots on goal from Bosco Tech, just being very aggressive in comparison to the Pilots, who have 0 shots on goal. Last 5 seconds, going into round 2 of this 5-game matchup. Here we go at DFH Stadium. Bosco Tech's gonna load in. Looks like from the Pilots, they're gonna stay orange. Bosco's gonna stay blue.
How last game went? How do you think the Pilots are gonna be able to catch up in the next game?
Pilots just gotta be a little more aggressive here. Last game they had 0 shots on goal. That just speaks volumes to how they've been doing. Kickoff. Bosco wins the kickoff here. Moses. And just Bosco just starting off strong with already the ball and just Pilots need to play defense immediately off the bat. That just showed a lot of how Bosco's game plan and their strategy wants to be. Oh, a little tap in over Moses off Lotus. Almost a goal here by Ghost. Here comes Awesome Dan off the side of the wall. And the other Ghost is going to come in from the top. Good block by Blue Ghost. There's 2 Ghosts here. We got a Bosco Ghost and a Pilot Ghost. So I'll call them Blue Ghost and Orange Ghost to make it easier. Given here from the top. Awesome Dan, nice little tap in, almost straight at the goal. Too bad Pilots defense is there. Lotus trying to play a little catch up off the side of the wall. Moses tries to go up for the shot, just blocked by Lotus. A little scuffle there in the middle from Lotus and 2 Pilots players. Awesome Dan with a little block. I think he intentionally went for the ball. They just have to hit one of the Pilots players on the way up. And just fast break now for Bosco. Pilots got to play defense here. And as you can see, the Pilots do have a goalie set up. They're doing the rotations pretty well. And, oh, great score by Lotus there. Absolute, that was great. Even with the goalie, and Pilots had 2 of their players on their side. Lotus with a nice tap in, knows exactly where to hit it. Just sometimes you need is just a little tap in, just bounce off over the head of one of the Pilots players into the goal. And already within the first 20 seconds, strong start. And demo off the bat from Given on Awesome Dan. Let's see if the Pilots can make use of that demo. Lotus just going to dribble the ball up in the air with and off the wall. That's very good to just choke off some time to make sure to get his player back in the match. Moises goes up, no cigar there. Ghost going in from the side. Wide open goal, no one's there. Can Bosco score here? And Orange Ghost going to tap it up. Change a little momentum here. Fast break. No one's on Bosco's side's goal. Great block by Ghost. Lotus. Teamwork there. Perfectly. Get the ball out of the zone. They got a fast break now. Given. Tap in by Bosco. Ghost seeming to change up their strategy here. Ghost off from the side. Goal right there. Oh, just missed there. Very close. Moises fast break. Lotus there to protect. Up middle. Guarded by 2 Pilots. They're going to send it back. Ghost with the tap back into Orange. Over the head of Ghost by Orange Ghost. Awesome Dan. And right now, just Bosco's just cruising along. Just hitting the ball where they isn't. And, woo, what a goal. Great goal by Lotus. It's off the wall. Got his full boost right there and was able to do whatever he wanted. Look at that little reset up there. And just lands it right in the goal where none of the Pilots players are. And that's already 2 goals here. First 2 minutes, Bosco's just cruising along. And the Pilots have no answer.
The Pilots seem to be playing better than last game, but they're still not playing aggressively enough. It's still on their side way too.
Another goal! Out of nowhere, Lotus with another one.
Lotus is just ridiculous.
A nice alley-oop by Ghost there. Lotus knows exactly where to play it. And look, even with there's a goal there, Lotus hit it to the farthest side in the hardest spot for the Pilots to reach. And that results in a goal, another goal for Bosco Tech. Kickoff stands practically in the middle there. And obviously the Pilots need a sense of change here in their mentality. What do you think the change needs to be, Raphael?
Honestly, I think you gotta do 1, 2 things. You gotta block better, They're okay. A lot of the balls are getting in 3 minutes, or sorry, 3 goals already, and these guys haven't done it. They need to push it more to enemy side of the field and try to go for more goals. I haven't seen them get a single goal out of these 2 matches so far. They need to try something.
Yeah, I think they're a little shaky right now. Maybe need to warm up. That might be a cause of it. As of right now, they're doing a little bit of an offense themselves, but obviously the offense is just not existent there for Pilots. Bosco just making use of that, just keep pushing forward into the orange goal. I mean, and then if you just keep pushing hard, one of the cracks is bound to finally show in that defense, right, from Pilots. And it's already shown 3 times this game. And I mean, it's not like the Pies didn't have good positioning. They did have good positioning. It's just Oscar Tech knows exactly where to hit the ball, knows where the Pilots are, and knows how to move and hit the ball based upon of their opponent. And it looks like Bosco's probably going to play a little defensively here. There looks like they're keeping Ghost on their own side there just to protect in case of a goal. Oh, and a little own goal there by Lotus. And Bosco gives up a goal. Seems like an unearned one there, right, Raphael?
They did it. Well, they did what they needed to do. They played more aggressively.
Yeah.
They shot it in, and they got the goal.
They forced their opponent to make the mistake, and Lotus obviously didn't have a good angle on it at all. I think the best course of action right there was just let it go by, but obviously you have the Pilots, and the Pilots players breathing down your neck, so really hard play to make there. He just wasn't in the best position. Counting down last 45 seconds, 3-1 Bosco Tech. Given there with the ball dribbling up, hits it up middle right there for the Pilots. Lotus is right there for block. Great block by Lotus. Just in time, just before Given almost had the goal. No, there's one goalie at the Pilot side. Let's see how Lotus does here. Great block by Ghost. Moses coming in, no one at Bosco. They're fast break. Bosco's hurrying back. Last 20 seconds counting down. Orange Ghost with another block there. There's Blue Ghost coming in from the top. Off the wall. Tap in. What a goal there. Ghost just owning the floor there, knowing exactly what to do. Right off Orange Ghost, off the top of the wall. Even though it didn't go in the first time, Ghost makes sure to get his get back, get his rebound there, and just tap it in. He forced Pilots to make an attempt, and they just paid for it. There was no one else there to cover.
I think this game's over for the Pilots, considering there's 7 seconds left.
Yeah, that's probably going to be the dagger there. Awesome Dan just keeping it up. Let's see how far they keep it up in the air. Maybe they can sneak in another goal there, right? Last second, ball stays up. Off the right wall, Ghost. And it's going to hit the ground. Bosco Tech steals another win from the Pilots already in the best of 5. And Bosco's looking really good so far. So, let's look at the stats here. Lotus just owning the floor. Lotus scored 3 out of the 4 goals from Bosco's side. And look at that saves, too. Had 2 saves of his own. Not showing that he's not just an offensive player, he's also playing his role on defense too for Bosco, and that's really important. So.
If we look at these shots from the Pilots, they were doing a lot better. Instead of just having no shots, they've shot a total of 4 times in between them.
Yeah, a little lackluster on the Bosco side of Awesome Dan. He did have some good taps throughout the game that did help his teammates get a goal, but obviously the score is not really proficient there from Bosco's side. And, I mean, better score from Pilots this round, that's for sure. I mean, like you were saying, Raphael, they are playing a little better. They just need to pick up the pace, right?
Yeah.
Okay, counting down the next round. Round 3 of 5. Can Bosco complete the sweep here? Let's see.
Guys need to get. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, no, I know.
So, coming back in, 3rd round, Bosco leads 2-0 against the BHS Pilots. Bosco looking here for a sweep in their first match of 2 today. If Bosco ends up taking the win today, the Bosco Tech's going to play another match at 5:30. Right now it is currently 5 o'clock, so maybe they get a little time of rest between the games if they can complete the sweep here. I'm always hoping for that. So, Raphael, what's Bosco's game plan here? They want to win, right? What should they do?
Sorry. They're playing aggressive. They're playing well. They should not keep up the pressure. That's all they really need to do. Their defense was solid. Well, they didn't really play a lot of defense, but it was solid when it was played.
Yeah, when needed, Bosco Tech did rise up to the occasion to play defense there. So obviously they're strong on both ends here, and finally we're gonna be hopping into the game there. Just a little bit of delay, but that comes in with, you know, video games and the internet, all that stuff, right? There's always a little bit of delay happening, right? But I mean, Bosco Tech Esports looking here for a little upheaval this year. Yesterday, Bosco Tech Valorant team, they ended up losing their game against Harriman High School, and they lost again on Monday. But they still looked promising from what I see. I commented that game yesterday, and so far the Rocket League team looks very strong this year as a kickoff goes to Pilots. Bosco's blue again. Given coming in the top, and already starting off strong. Pilots looking a little more aggressive. Going in for little touches at the top. Lotus coming in. And just listen, we got a new sub for Bosco Tech. Awesome Dan got subbed in for Marin was here. Mero was here. That's it. Mero was here. So he's the sub in. Maybe Bosco Tech looking for a little chance to get some extra players in as they're leading up 2-0, and hopefully he can improve his team. And just as I said it, Moises gets a score. That's Pilot's first score of this entire game today, of their of the first game and the last game. That was their best look at the score. Just not a really good tap by Lotus. Couldn't really get the ball past Moses, and obviously the result in the both Pilots. And starting off again, kickoff back to Pilots. Already back-to-back kickoff going to Pilot on Bosco's side. Bosco got to keep that aggression up.
Talking about Mero from earlier, I heard he's actually his first game playing.
Wow, that's very exciting for him. That's to be sure. And obviously, you know, the nerves can get a little jumpy there, especially when you're being streamed in front of people, and it's the league game, right? But I mean, you just gotta trust in your instincts, right? Trust in your gameplay and trust in your skills, especially when you're playing on that stage, right? Lotus there with a shot bringing in on the Pilot side. Good block by the Pilots. Back in. Bosco's playing aggressive there, just blow after blow, keeping it on the orange side, even though Pilots are putting up a pretty good defense right now. Given. Oh, just got demoed by Lotus. Let's see if Bosco can take advantage of this. Down to 2. But they're playing a little back here. Lotus with the tap in off the side. Given back to him. Winning from the top. Off the left side of the goal. Given. What's he going to do here? Off the side, past the Lotus. Lotus on the opposite side. Ghost is there to intervene. Ghost is going to go up, misses the ball. And he's going to fall down. Lotus, quick demo there. They lost a goalie. Let's see, Bosco can do it. Score here. Good block by Moses. Ghost off the side of the wall. Not towards Bosco's own side. Not a good hit there. Ghost coming off. Was very aggressive here. No one's at the goal. What a block by Ghost. Coming in from the top. Ghost saved that one there. Given right there. Ghost. Nothing. That was... He had a great block earlier, but... Man, just look at this replay here. Given with a nice tap, and Ghost just bounces off of him. If Ghost wasn't there, the ball would have rolled past the goal, right?
Yeah, it would have rolled past. The basketball would have been fine. Honestly,
Yeah,
Pilots are just playing more aggressively. They're doing what they need to do now. And Bosco's just crumbling under this aggression. They weren't prepared for it.
just Ghost there at the wrong place at the wrong time, right?
Exactly. Maybe if Ghost had moved a little,
Yeah,
maybe
maybe
it'd been fine.
it was a good positioning, to say the least, there. And Bosco, again, keeping up the aggression, fast break. Given's been getting some good looks here already during this match alone on the goal. And it's just been pretty much Given. The Lotus been doing a lot of the work for either team. But not saying that Ghost or any of the other Pilots teammates or Bosco teammates have not helped out. And another score by Ghost. By the Pilots. Just look at this. Just a miss there. Over the head. It's a little cheap. I wouldn't say cheap goal, but it was a very slow goal, to say the least, right? So, bounce over the head. And Bosco got a 3-0 lead just like that with 2 minutes in. Bosco Tech needs to change something right now, right? What do they need to change? They need to switch up something. Obviously, Pilots are playing a little more aggressive here. Just another little mic malfunction there. It's all par for the course, right? So,
Yeah.
so what was your answer again to the previous question?
Honestly, whoever's in the aggressive position is winning the game. Yeah. Bosco is not in a guard position, they're in a defense position, so they're losing the game. It's that simple. Bosco just needs to take control of the game and be aggressive instead of playing defense.
I mean, obviously winning 2-0, they're going to be playing a little more defensive, right? And obviously it's showing here their defense is not their strongest as of right now. And of course, I think neither team's defense is their best, and Pilots are performing really well, just pushing in and just attacking Bosco's defense, and they just can't get good. Bosco just can't get good looks right now. Pilots have kind of figured out where Bosco's going and how they're hitting the ball, and they just totally just stopped that in their tracks there. Lotus misses the ball there. Ghost, a little fast break blocked by Mason. And a little fast break here. Another one. Bosco got a chance for a goal here. Let's see if he can get one before the round ends. Off the wall by Lotus. Alley-oop to himself. Blocked by two men of Pilots. Ghost. Another one. Another open goal here. Blocked. And just every time Bosco puts up a goal, they just seem to find just opposition. 1 minute down. They just keep finding opposition from Pilots, right?
I think for this round it's a little bit over. I don't know if they can bring back order goals.
Yeah, that Pilots really showed up in this match. They kind of woke up Bosco. I think Bosco was kind of feeling good on that little win high there, and just they're like, oh yeah, we're unstoppable. We can sweep them, right? And then boom, 4-0.
I think maybe one mistake they made is subbing in a player. Maybe they should. It wasn't a great idea at this point.
I mean, they're up 2-0. They have room to work here. So
even if they lose, it's not a big deal. They can bring it back.
They can definitely bring it back. Yeah, that's the thing. They got a little room to work. That 2-0 lead. That's a good thing about winning those past two games, because they can rethink, reconfigure, and redesign their strategy to fit what Pilots been doing right now. And then let's see how both teams rethink their strategy there, because obviously the Pilots' aggressive approach seems to be working in this match alone, at least. And a late goal there from Ghost, coming up from the top with 1 second left.
They can bring it back. They have a second left. I believe in Bosco. This is their chance.
This is their chance. At least Bosco won't end off the match with a goose egg in their score column there. But Ghost, good look there. Like the goals he's got in those last rounds, looked a little better there. And let's see if the Bosco can keep the ball up here. And just as I said it, off the ground, game over. And Pilots steal this one. Bosco's winning 2-1. Bosco just needs to bring it back. And obviously the score speaks for themselves. Merrill was never here with 94 points, better than their Awesome Dan last round. And Ghost and Lotus had pretty decent points competing with the Pilots in their points, right? And those shots on goal, right? Unlike the Pilots in the first round, they had 0 shots on goal. Bosco shows at least they're attacking, right?
Pilots adapted. They learned. Bosco, I don't know if they really learned. I think they played the round. They got overconfident. It happens, in any game.
Yeah,
they're doing well. You don't expect anything. The enemy brings it back. Bosco's probably gonna.
So Bosco's gonna get there. Bosco's gonna move on to the next round. We're moving into round 4 of this matchup. So what do you think of that last round? Obviously a wake up to Bosco, right?
It was a wake up. Honestly, Bosco could do better. They could have done worse. They're subbing in a player, let them get a shot in. If it goes too badly, they just sub back in their last player.
Yeah, I mean, Marin was here. He did have a save that last round, so that's very good for him. He played his part, I believe, especially if that was being his first game, right? He did pretty well for that first game against a pretty decent Pilots team, at least Pilots opposition there from that round. That's the best the Pilots ever played, and they stole the win there. So moving in, it looks like from our chat here, from what I know, they're going to sub in. Bosco's going to sub back in their old player, Awesome Dan. And let's see here. Looks like they're just figuring out how to switch between teams. But since we're talking about on the topic, Bosco been showing pretty good, strong approach. What do they need to do? They need to do something. They
just need to take control back of the game. They have a solid. They're solid when they're attacking, but when they're defending, it kind of crumbles a little bit. If they work on defending and get a little bit better at that, they're good.
Yeah. I think Bosco just played defensive that round, and obviously they ended up losing. They got some games to work with. I mean, let's see how aggressive they did. Ghost with a really early demo here. Bosco might take advantage of this. Blocked by XP Ghost. Lotus going from the top, going a little aerial, a little tip there. And Awesome Dan's back in the game for Bosco Tech. with a little quick sub in. Maybe that will change a little course of what happened last game. Lotus in with the top from the top. And look at Pilot's position already. They got basically 2 goalies at this point, right? Very defensive approach, I would say.
Exactly the opposite. You play aggressive.
I mean, when you're down 2-1, I think aggression is key there. Bosco played a little defensive, but they're up, right? And they can afford to be defensive. Great goal by Awesome Dan there, just with a sub back in the game. He introduces himself back to the Pilots with a quick goal off the top of the goal, and very quick. Awesome Dan with a great read, and also a great assist by Lotus there, or by Ghost. Ghost had the assist there. Goal goes back to Bosco. Ghost there, wide open goal. Awesome Dan gets another one in there immediately, just 5 seconds into that kickoff. And look how quick this transpired. Look,
this is all a game about aggression. Whoever's more aggressive wins.
Yeah.
Bosco's just more aggressive.
I mean, he caught Given Lacken there. He was going in for that boost there in the corner and just didn't realize that that there was a goal right in front of their eyes from Awesome Dan. Awesome Dan really pulling his weight, starting off with the first 2 goals of the game, countdown to the first minute. Awesome Dan there for a little aerial, out of boost already, but already a good hit. Lotus is going to take that from there. Awesome Dan's going to play in the back here. Given coming in from the side. And they're going to hold here low. Ghost, nice goal, almost a shot. Good save by Given. Lotus from the top of the stadium, out of nowhere. No one saw him coming. Lotus with a nice tap in off the top. Lotus just sees that, goes straight up, uses all his boost. Hits from the top of the ball, perfect shot, right where Pilots aren't. And 3-0 immediately, first minute and 15 seconds, Bosco's winning. This is very reminiscent of their first 2 rounds, right?
Exactly what they need to do. Yeah. They're putting up pressure. Pilots knocking on their side. And they just keep up. If they keep this up, they can't lose.
Obviously, both teams have shown their weaker side is defense. I mean, defense is not really fun to play. At least when I play Rocket League, the only time I play defense is when we're up by a lot, right? And there's a countdown to seconds. Maybe it's a close game. I gotta go play goalie, right? Boom! Another goal by Lotus. Playing it well. 2 goals apiece for Lotus and Awesome Dan. Down to the first, basically 2 minutes, and Bosco looks like they might steal this one. There's plenty of time left for the Pilots. They've shown they could get 4 goals of themselves. I don't know. Bosco might change up their strategy here. Do you think they should keep what they're doing, or maybe change it up, play a little more defensively here, just to protect that lead?
There's a saying that the best offense is a good defense, and that's honestly true for them. They just gotta keep playing offensively, and that will keep them safe.
Yeah. Great analogy there. And Pilots kind of being a little more aggressive here. I mean, as we saw their the way they were positioned. Oh, great goal. That might fly in. Oh, just missed by Ghost. Very close there. Great look, though. And it's just those looks that Pilots are giving them that Bosco's just taking advantage of. Demo there by Given. Goals wide open. Great block by Lotus. Way to take control of that ball. Make sure that ball does not get anywhere close to the Pilots' goal there. Counting down. We are counting down to the last 2 minutes of the game. Moises. Oh, just missed there. Good look. Almost like one of the ones that Lotus missed there. And, I mean, I think one more goal here might do it unless Pilots get another one.
Very close to the goal. They just can't quite make it.
Bosco's putting up pretty good defense here. And just as I say that, Moses gets a goal on Bosco, and they're back in this game. They're only down 3, 2 minutes left. Pilots shown they can get goals very fast. Let's see how they do it here. Alright, kick off. If Pilots can get a quick goal here, that could really just shoot them back in the game. And I think Bosco just needs maybe one more to secure the dagger. Oh, very close there. Almost secured it. There, Ghost with a nice look. Just bounced over the Pilots defender and over the top of the goal. Just very unlucky there. I mean, good rotations by Bosco. They're just rotating around the goal, make sure someone's covering goal on defense when they can, making sure at least 2 guys are on the ball, one's in the backfield. Just look at Lotus here playing the backfield, waiting for something to happen, waiting for that little opening that Bosco's been using just to get that goal. just nice rotations from all of them. With a little tap here, that might be the dagger. That might be the dagger that Bosco needs with the little Ghost little tap into score. Like I was saying, look at that rotation. He's playing in the backfield. He's watching everything that's happening. And Ghost knows immediately that opening and just goes straight through the opening. Threads the needle there. Nice little tap in.
I think Pilots will still bring it back, but it'll be hard. As long as offense keeps playing hard, it's
1 minute down, the last minute, and Pilots, just like you said, they got another goal here. They can maybe bring it back. Also got kind of lackluster there, just bad rotation by Awesome Dan, just not a good hit there. I mean, what else could he do there? I mean, no hits, probably going to end up in the same thing. No one's there to back him up. That's what I see. Rotations are important, especially for both of these teams. Both of these teams know how to rotate, but I think Bosco rotates on offense better than the Pilots do, just from what I've seen so far in this game. And Bosco's going to put that one back. See, look. See, that's why rotations are important. You have one, even though the ball went back to Bosco's side, they're going to play a little more defensively. Lotus will be in the back and hit it back to more. Boom, Lotus. Like I was saying, Lotus crediting his rotation and absolute skill and mindset just off the wall. Nice tap by Ghost. Lotus sees that opening, goes straight through for the goal. 6-2, that might be the dagger there. I don't think they can bring this one back. Rafael, what do you think? Do you still have faith?
I mean, any game's winnable until it's not winnable, but...
Yeah, it's not over till it's over, right?
Exactly. It does look a bit rough for them.
Yeah.
Maybe if they get some quick goals, but...
It doesn't look that way.
I think it's over now.
That last goal, 7-2, Bosco just showing up from last game. You can definitely see the difference between last game and this game, right?
Yeah. Awesome Dan is pulling his weight.
Definitely. After that sub in, Awesome Dan proved he's not rusty yet. He just scores all his goals, pulling his weight there. And 30 seconds. Maybe the Pilots can get another goal here to shorten that deficient of goals and points. 30 seconds left. So Bosco is going to take this game. They're going to take this game in the 4th round 3-1. And they're going to play another game at 5:30. Count down to the last 10 seconds. And overall, what was your look on Bosco so far? What did you like? Likes and dislikes from Bosco.
I dislike Bosco's defense. They could pull it off sometimes, but a lot of the time, it felt like it was pretty weak. But their offense was very nice. Lots of goals, lots of shots.
Yeah. Just, if they can pave that way into their next game, then they could probably win that one too, right? Just a 3-1 sweep against the Pilots here today. And just a very good game from both of them. So, Pilots did end up taking one round when Bosco was up 2-0. What do you think of that? Do you think the Pilots should have stayed that way, or what happened that caused them to lose this last game?
I don't think the Pilots are a bad team. I think Bosco was just more dominant, and Bosco got a little bit too overconfident there. They played a sub, let the sub try his game. That's a good idea, right?
Yeah, great idea.
And so Bosco was just a little bit overconfident. Pilots took advantage of that, and they won the game.
I mean, Bosco in the driver's seat the entire game there. Even though they lost one round, it was a very defensive round. You could tell from Bosco just the difference between their attack and their defense was very proficient in that 3rd round, and that's why they kind of gave Pilots that one, I would say. Bosco in the driver's seat the entire game. They win 3 of 1 matches, best of 5. We're going to have another game, best of 5, coming up at 5:30 in about 15-some minutes. So we'll be back to show you that next game coming live from Bosco Tech, going back to gameplay here.
fell just a bit short. But the Astra gameplay will be interesting to see, especially with when you look at the Neon from Ramen. We saw a lot of Jet, and that Neon, hyper aggressive, a lot of mobility, but it's Matcha striking second, higher, doing what they can, but take a look at how weak they are. There is barely any health to go around.
I don't even know. I can't even see the health bar for Hello.
I don't know. I don't know how Hello is alive.
It has to be 1 HP, surely, right? Has to be
Maybe
1 HP.
half an HP, a puff of HP.
Right there, Chica getting taken down, Simp taking down Hello, and yeah, there's round number 1 for Bosco. First lead we've ever had against Cathedral, I'm pretty sure. I don't think we won round 1 last round.
Strong start, carry it into a strong finish. Bosco looking to give Cathedral a run for their money, and yeah, you said it, I believe one of their first opening strong starts and perhaps first lead. It's got to be good. Remind yourself you can do it. Yes, only 1 round, but it was a strong, very decisive round out of Bosco. We'd like to give you a brief intermission for Bentley to say hello. Not one to be taken out of the spotlight for long, but we got to make sure we give all of our focus to Bosco and Cathedral. But don't you worry, Bentley. We love you too. Round 2 underway. We'll see. Can Cathedral answer back? Higher, ready and waiting, but it's going to be 0. Nice headshots. Tristan follows it up. Simp, 1, 2, 3. They are stomping onto the site. Doesn't matter if it's C. Doesn't matter if it's A. Now Breach and Astra, the last 2 remaining, spike down. This is going to be a tough retake.
Yeah, and I feel like a map like Lotus that does have 3 sites, especially for a team like Bosco, who we have seen like sometimes that indecision, but sometimes just that decision to constantly rotate pays off because everybody spread so thin. So as you're rotating, you see it there, like they just stomp on the site that time instead of playing it slow like they normally do, and they're just too quick, and Cathedral can't get over there fast enough to help their team.
Now bonus round time. I mean, if you're Bosco, if you can convert this bonus round, that'll be huge. You will get a full buy out of the side of Cathedral, but I want to say I'm really proud of Simp. 4-0, but not Noden in sight.
No, he's actually been hitting the shots, and so, you know, actually, whoa, wait, I didn't even notice it was Simp playing Jet. I don't know how that one flew past me, but I'm not seeing Simp on a duelist in a while, just like Tristan earlier when he was playing the Rays, so paying off for him well, though.
Yeah, certainly, the confidence is there, and you have to be. If you're Jet, again, waiting to see what Ramen can get done with Neon. Does know once through the smoke, and we'll speak the devil. It's Simp with the first blood, has a lot of backup from friends. Ramen with 1 trade, but Matcha there to close the Neon down before too much damage can be done. Again, player advantage. Simp is there for the trades. Simp gets 3. Simp gets 4. Simp needs to be on duelist a little bit more.
Wow, Simp with the 8-0 start from Simp, and he wants this win. Nobody in the building seems to want it right now more than he does on the
Why is he not regularly on duelist?
I don't know. That's a question for Cilantro, I think. That's a question for Cilantro. Maybe he can answer that at a time.
In the recap video after the full kickoff is all wrapped up, because wow, Simp, you said it, lightning hot, 8-0 and 2. 3 players on Bosco who have yet to die. Cloudburst is out. Take a look at that. You win the bonus round. You deny the full buy, any sort of regain. My goodness, Lotus is delivering when we wanted a change of pace.
Oh, absolutely, and it's a change of pace for Bosco as well. They just look aggressive. They're taking gunfights together. They're hitting their shots, and right here we do have a nice counter defense from Cathedral, though. Set up 4 players on 4 right now. 1 lurking, and that's going to be Hello in the deathlock, pushing it up slowly through mid-map, but there's a pick from higher. Tristan answers with a pick on the Ramen. 4v4 now. And Matcha finds another.
That's going to be huge, not only for round advantage, but take a look. It's going to be Simp and Matcha who have those ults available. The Blade Storm and the Cosmic Divide out of the Astra. So pivotal on a site like this to just be able to deny not only vision, but of course those sound cues. As the plant does go down, Ajiko not going to get the better of Simp. 9-0, 10-0, who knows at this point? It's Simp and Matcha's world. We're all living in it, and Lotus is delivering 4 in a row, and they are getting loud.
I mean, all I can say is wow. Like, we have not seen this out of Bosco since their side station match that they won. But this is just crazy play out of Simp. And again, right there we saw that rotate. This is a map that honestly I think plays very heavily into rotation, just because you do have those little entrances into other site. So you have that B door that they break down from A. They can get onto other sites quickly. Whereas a map like Ascent, you can't really cross without taking that long route and letting the other team rotate as well and get ready to defend it.
Now, they're not going to find anything from the bird at the opening of C. You will have breach nearby, but take a look. A lot of noise made, and it's going to be an immediate rotation on the side of Cathedral. They do not want to go down 0 and 5 here, but the plant available and those Astra smokes so crucial right now to just denying information, denying vision from Chica and the rest of Cathedral. And now the retake is in, and even look at that. You get damage into Matcha, but Sky just going to heal him right back up.
And I mean, Neon pushes on the site, but Zero finds a pick. Duelist on Duelist, and Zero's coming out on top. Zero finds one more before getting taken down by Chica. Tristan with the immediate trade onto Chico, though, in a 4v2 situation right now is Cathedral with bomb down. Not an ideal situation as Matcha finds one more, and it's a 1v3 for Deadlock.
Deadlock alone, not a lot of health to work with. Arrow with the cleanup, 5 up, 5 down. A fantastically dominant offense so far on Bosco's side. I still don't think that Simps died, didn't get a kill
Arrow
that
hasn't
round,
died
but
either.
yeah, Arrow at 4-0 and well, no assists to be heard of, but doesn't need them. They're all cleaning up the kills before there's even time to get assists.
Yeah, I mean, and you wanted an answer by Bosco, especially after losing now 2 in a row to Cathedral. Like, you needed an answer from them. You needed them to come out with that fire, and they absolutely have shown up in this map too.
Well, I think what's interesting as well is that on this defense, you think, well, you have Deadlock, you have Breach, you're going to have that Astra. You've got a lot of utility to be able to slow Bosco down. And it's just not happening. I don't know if it's some difficulty on those opening reads of where Bosco's going. This time it does seem like they've correctly identified A, even though you're going to have KJ lurking around B. But all those defensive measures just not really doing a whole lot of good.
I mean, Chica here taking a absolutely long route to come on this flank, rotating all the way through spawn, through C site, trying to get behind Bosco as they're looking to rotate over to B site through that door from A. Wall coming in from Astro, so all that sound is going to be cut off.
But Chica could be the playmaker here as Zero gets an opening Blade Storm out from Simp. Might as well use it at the pace you're getting kills, and not even a chance. Simp turns around, says, open that door again. I dare you, Zero with a headshot. And it seems like that's all they can hit is headshot after headshot after headshot. Give one to Tristan, why not? Who's gonna take out Fade? We'll have to wait and see. And of course it's Simp. Why wouldn't it be Simp? Why wouldn't it be the Blade Storm? Go ahead and give an ult over to Sky. Give an ult to everyone on the side of Bosco. That's 6 in a row. Simp's 11 and 0.
I mean, wow.
Reminds me of a Simp in another game I've cast.
I mean, you know, maybe it's the name. Maybe it's the, I mean,
Maybe
like,
it is the name.
Maybe it's the same person. Short, same name, crazy at FPS games. I mean, do we have like a Batman in our midst? You know, he's just moonlighting.
Can we do an ID check?
We might need one. Honestly, we
Understandable.
might need one. We've never seen them in the same room together.
That is very true. A conspiracy in the works here, and well, ults for everyone except Breach on the side of Cathedral. Surely you can turn around with 4 ults at your disposal. We know they can. We know how dominant they are.
But how willing are they going to be to commit those multiple ults? Because, I mean, if you commit, there's, I mean, right there, there's Neon, though, pulling out hers. She's going to be rushing and looking for kills, so Bosco has to be ready because you know she's going to be looking to find those. But she gets taken right down by Mancha, and Zero takes down Astra. Everything is turning to Bosco, and if you burn more ults here and don't get out, like, how deflated do you feel as Cathedral, just losing round after round and now losing an ult as well with just nothing to show for it?
Do you wonder on the side of Cathedral if they're regretting not having a Sky or even a Sage to work with? Because look at that. There was at least 3 players on the side of Bosco who were very close to dying, and they all regroup onto the regrowth. Bam, you're right back into it. A essentially fully healthy outside of Sky 5v3 with control of A, with that spike down. And they're just peppering Cathedral with so much damage, and they have no way to regroup.
Higher does find one, though. Arrow lurking up a little bit, trying to get this little pinch in. Astra, Util just holding them at bay. They know they're all up here, but there's one again. Simp. Oh, but Simp finally dies. Higher, the one to take him out, but a 1v3 for Higher, even with Simp dead, I just don't see it possible. Bombs down, time is ticking, and that's going to be a round for Bosco as Higher decides to save the Vandal.
I mean, it makes sense, right? The bomb's been planted for too long. There's no world in which you're going to make this happen. You don't have utility. You're not going to invest your ult at this point. I agree. You save the Vandal, try and recoup some of that economy, but 7 in a row, Bosco is red hot. And why did we get to see Lotus earlier in the tournament?
I don't know. Kind of sad that it's getting. I think Lotus got pulled out of rotation. Kind of sad that I think it's time.
That's a great question that I don't really have a great answer for.
I don't have an answer either. I mean, I'm not the Celtics, so I don't have to be completely updated on Val news.
We can ask Cilantro.
Yeah, we can ask Cilantro after this. But if it is in the conversation, I hope this is our map pick for the foreseeable future because
understandably.
we're looking good.
Take a look at this. Ajiko, a dominant force. 1 and 7, completely neutralized here. But now it's going to be Higher. You're going to get that Prowler out, trying to find any information with the Haunt. Not a lot to be done, but Bosco, no first blood just yet. They're going to go through the door straight into the Astra. Ajiko finally able to get one, backs up, traded out from Arrow as they push through that smoke. Looking to get a fast plant on that spike. But I think maybe the first time potentially this entire map that we've seen a first blood from Cathedral.
You might be right on that, and I mean that was a big rotate by Bosco right there, just going from A site, quickly rotating back to C, and an ult coming out from Chica right now from the breach, knocks up all of Bosco, but Tristan still finding the kill, smokes out on Astra for the entry. Util coming in from breach, he's out on site, Tristan hiding in the corner, gets some damage out, but Matcha able to follow it up, Zero following up as well. Chica gets one 1v2 situation here for Cathedral. And there's the win for Arrow, getting the kill, and it's 8-0 Bosco.
8-0 Bosco. Now, I want to slow down our hype for just a moment because at any point, we can see a regain from Cathedral. We know it can happen. Yes, we're getting close to that, but this is what I was waiting for. We're getting close to that halfway point. But this is where you're going to get a bit of a timeout, make sure that you check out what's happening. Look, okay, if you're Cathedral's coach, you've been consistent this whole entire day. You have not lost a single map this entire tournament, and now you're down 0-8. What are you telling your team?
I mean, you're basically just telling them, like, we know what we're doing. Like, we've won all day. We've played here all day. Like, you guys know what you're doing. You guys are competent. You guys are good players. I mean, we've seen Ramen take over. We've seen Ajiko take over. We've seen Chica take over. Like, they know how to play together. Maybe Lotus just is a map that they haven't had a lot of experience on and a lot of practice, and they may be comfortable on other maps. But even if you do end up losing this, like, tell them we know our game and just play your game, and if it doesn't pan out, we got one more map left. Like, you do have that extra map buffer being in this best of 3. You've already won once, so you know you can do it again just in this series alone.
Yeah, I mean, you look at it, even if Bosco wins this, you have a 2-1 record against them in overall maps throughout the tournament. So I agree. I think when you say play your game, it can be a bit hard to quantify, but what we mean by that is essentially telling your players, sit back, have fun, don't get too stressed, because that's going to impact your commitment to aggressive plays, your willingness to take gunfights, your confidence in those gunfights. Just sit back, take a breather, know that you're going to be able to get it done. Now we're going to get some Astra orbs out, and it's going to be a Ajiko with an opening, but Simp again there for the trade. Another push onto that C site. 4v4, the plant is in, and what I love out of Bosco here is that they have been so efficient in committing to a site or making that fake and then immediately getting a bomb plant. And look at that, headshot after headshot through the wall bang. Sip, give him another, give one to Arrow, why not? And poor Higher Fade all alone and not having too much fun as Matcha cleans it up.
I feel like Oprah right now, just you get a kill, you get a kill, you get a kill. Like, Bosco is just sharing the wealth and just sending Cathedral down. Like,
their worst player is 6, 3, and 12.
Accounting for 18 of the kills, helping out for 18 of the kills is Tristan.
I mean,
and then,
look at that
and then,
economy.
But even still, like, just down the board, 14-2, 8-2, 8-1. Like, they are going double, triple, quadruple positive right
Yeah.
now. Like, they just aren't missing. They are playing as one whole unit, and it's looking like too much for Cathedral to handle on this map.
We'll have to see, though, the big question, what's going to happen at the half? What happens once Cathedral is on offense? We know how big of a role those sides can play on maps, of course, depending on the team comp, but it is going to be an offensive KJ lockdown off rip. It is around that B-bomb site, but that might not be where they're heading because it's the Astra on C. It's the site where they've had a lot of success, and it's going to be Zero with an opening. Ajiko sent to the waiting room as they get another plant down. Look again, that regrowth topping them all off. The plant is there, and it's going to be Neon about to have a bad time if you swing that corner.
And right there, got a flawless coming out from Bosco, and it's just, and we know that Bosco is an attack-heavy team, and they are just showing that right now. And I mean, I feel like 3-site maps are very attack-favored anyway, just because you have so many areas you can, you can be hit from any direction. So an attack-favored map, and then an attack-favored team, and they're showing why this is what they prefer to do. This is where they prefer to start. They love being on this attack side. Like I said, halftime comes, and we'll see what rounds. Cathedral, I think, desperately need at least one round here.
At
Like going into half at match point, like you have to be perfect just like the other team was, and that's a lot to ask for.
Yeah, that's a lot to ask for when there's variables that aren't in your control. Another Cosmic Divide available for Astra on the side of Bosco. It's going to be a push into tree at A. You will still have Hello lurking around by C. Will need to be able to get there with the team quickly to support them. Dog is out, not finding too much, but that information useful on its own lets you know where the side of the other team isn't. But now the commitment and the opening from Ramen, finally a two-piece, finally getting something going. That fade working in their favor very effectively. Arrow trying to answer back, getting picked apart. Arrow takes one down, and suddenly it is finally going to be the round that you called, the round that they desperately need, but
Pressure this time.
Yeah, I think the keys to the game for Bosco is what they did last time with the pilots is to stay aggressive, right? Obviously, that is an important factor that Bosco needs to be, and they're already starting to do that, right?
Yeah, honestly, they just, like I said earlier, keep it pressure, keep playing the offense, because the best defense is a good offense.
All right, so little tray here, there, Ghost with a nice top off of, I'm just gonna call him Cross, because that's not even his username. I'm calling him Cross. Up there from the top, no good by Austin, and just ran out of boost right before he even got to the ball. Cross there with an open look coming in from the top on the right side of the goal. Off by Lotus, great tap in by Lotus. Little tray there with the little tap in back then. Ghost gonna hit it towards his goal. Bold move here. Good save by Lotus there with the tap in. And no one is at the goal. Can Ghost make advantage of this fast break for Bosco Tech? Off the middle, great block by Cross. Right there with Lotus was breathing right behind him, ready in to score that goal. Cross there, moving around. A minute 40 left in the game. Ghost there with a little alley there, and it's going to go in. Ghost from the opposite side of the stadium with full boost. Let's go a little tap in. Knows exactly what he's doing. Little spins, little flips, and just going to tap it in there.
So how do you feel about only having commentating about one Ghost instead of two this time?
Yeah, so last game, if you guys just joined us last game, there was another Ghost called the XD Ghost from the BHS Pilots team, and we had our own Ghost, so I just called them Orange Ghost and Blue Ghost. It kind of got a little confusing. Luckily, we have colors here, so we kind of change it, right? Help identify which teams are the Tech and which team is the Orange. And Ghost there, nice block there, saves a goal with a minute 15. Boston can get another goal here. That might be Dagger from baseball and just what they're playing. Ghost there with another aerial there from the top. Can he make it again? Great block by Nostris. And we're moving along. A minute left. Lotus, a little collision there. Lotus going up there for a little aerial, dropping it back down. And Nostris has a goal from there. A little tapping. Great block by Awesome Dan. And they're just playing defense now. They're just going full on defense. I mean, when the goal arises, they're going to go for it. And it might arise right here. Oh, so close. Great look there by Awesome Dan. And also great block there by Little Trey. Ghost there. Great block. Bosco Tech for every shot that's been put up. And these shots have been pretty close. Bosco Tech's been answering back with a great block. I mean, like I said, Bosco Tech's rotation from in their rotations here are very good based upon defense and offense. And Nostra's going to get a last-second goal there with 20 seconds left. And look, like I said, the rotation here, this is where the rotation kind of lacks. You have two guys right next to each other. No one's playing goal. The only one close to the goal is Awesome Dan, and he's not even on the farthest side. So just a wide-open goal there for Bosco. And I was just commentating how good their rotations are. But, I mean, everyone makes mistakes, right?
It's fine as long as you can follow up on your mistakes and make sure you don't make mistakes.
Yeah, just learn from them, right? Last 10, 2-1, kind of tightly knit. Can Bosco get this one? Perfect tap-in by Ghost. That's it. That's got to be over there. That might be the Dagger. Ghost, again, coming in from the back, knowing where the ball is, knowing how to attack the ball, and just where the mistakes are, he just really just stabs them in that hole where their off defense is lacking. 8 seconds left. 4,
3, 2, 1.
Balls.
And that's game.
Ball's going to stay up. Not for long, though. Bosco Tech takes the first round. Strong start already from the Tech. And very good first implications, first ideas from Bosco Tech. What do you think right now?
They're just keeping up the pressure. They're taking the keys to the car, and they're driving it.
Yeah. Perfect. This is perfect.
The enemy team can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
Like, they're stuck trying to play catch-up and not successfully.
I mean, better already than the Pilots last game. They had 7 shots on goal this game, where Bosco ended up having 9 shots on goal, which pretty evenly matched there. But Bosco, look at that save count. 6 saves. They saved 6 goals, and that shows a lot to their picking it up on defense, right? You were saying last game that their defense is a little lacking, right?
Yes, this game their defense has been better. I will admit that.
Yeah, I think Awesome Dan, Lotus, and Ghost have really found their stride here, and really found their conjunction together, and really figured out how to rotate and move better. Even though that one goal had some bad rotation to it, they still ended up, they still had some fight to them, and they ended up making that last goal to continue on. Moving into the second round, Bosco Tech hoping they could get another one under the belt before the third. What school is this? Oh no! Oh. Mustang, isn't it? Okay, Mustang is not it. Alright, so Bosco Tech moving into the second round versus the Mustangs here. Strategy, what should Bosco Tech focus on this game?
Honestly, their aggression is really good. Their defense got a little bit better. They just got to keep up the aggression, keep up the goals, and they'll be good.
Yeah, just I mean, obviously the strong suit's attacking, and their defense has been picked up, and if they have both of those two, and they can do them both at least well, the game will be theirs at that point, right?
Exactly. I don't know if you've actually heard, but I heard that apparently Bosco Tech is currently 3rd in the league.
3rd in the lead,
No?
Bosco Tech loading in. 2-1. Kickoff goes. And it's going to land on Bosco's side here. Mustang started off a little strong. Cross there, going in for a little area, just a little tap in, doesn't really go anywhere. Here comes Ghost from the far right, taking control of that ball, hitting up middle. Lotus is right there to help him out. And open middle there just for a short second. Nostrus there, awesome Dan, nice hit there. Might be a little alley-oop, goal's wide open. Where's Bosco at? A little too late, Lotus was a little far in the back. Just those little mistakes and those little openings, they happen very short and they're very quick. But if you can take advantage of that, they can result in a lot of great goals for the Tech. Ghost, nice little aerial there up middle. Protected by the Mustangs. Lotus playing a little back here. Coming in from the side. Lotus really pushing it up there. Awesome Dan. Little hit there. Lotus has a chance. No good. Just got a little funky there with his spinning. Just spun out of control and just overshot the ball. Oh, Demo up there with an aerial by Ghost. Just rammed into each other, aiming for the ball, and they got each other. Awesome Dan takes control of that over Nostrus' head. Awesome Dan, little setup there. Is someone there in Bosco middle? No one's there. This falls too late. Lotus again. Dan? Oh. Okay. I see Dan at the end. Lotus there, moving up. Ghost. Fast break here for Bosco. Going up to the top. Cross. Lotus there, nice look. It's a little too far. Fast break Mustangs. Nice tap in by Ghost, moving it back over to the Mustang side. And playing a little middle here. No one can tell which side it's going to go on. Just each just pulling punches here. Back and forth through the middle. And a very tight-knit game moving into 1 minute in, right? Lotus moving in. And so far the attacking this round has been pretty lackluster. It's been a pretty calm game. Just as Lotus scores. Seems like right when I say something, the opposite happens. At least today.
I think the teams want to prove you wrong, man. I think
they
they just hear you commentating and they're like, "What the heck is wrong with this man? Saying we can't do this?"
They want to prove me wrong every single time. Last round I was talking about how Awesome Adam was not doing well attacking wise, and then he ends up scoring a goal. So maybe I just speak it into existence and it just happens. So kind of funny.
Use your words carefully.
Yeah, I should. Oh, Bosco Tech here with a goal. 2:30 left, and Awesome Adam, little tap in there, a little congestion there from Ghost. And Nostrus is going to overshoot that cross back there. What a block by Ghost. Great block. Cross with a good shot up from up high, and Ghost reads the shot, knows it's going to fall in, and a good block there. Ghost taking control of it. Yeah, there's already one shot there. He scored the only goal by Bosco this round, and already a save there just from a couple seconds ago. Fast break Bosco. Oh, just missed the goal a little bit, a couple feet outside the left side of the wall. Ghost, another chance, gets demoed. Let's see. Very close. They've been very close within these last couple seconds. They've been inching closer to that goal. Just missing it barely. Wide open for Lotus. Oh, not enough boost to make it. Can he? Oh, very close there. Just a little. He's just right there, and then he just misses it. Right. Get very frustrating there. Minute 30 left. Awesome Adam. Ghost from the right side. Little aerial. They're up in the air now. Good block by Nostrus. Awesome Adam.
Adam brings it back.
Ooh. Very close. A minute left. Ghost from the side wall. Can he tap it in? Good luck. Maybe if one of Bosco's players was there, that might have resulted in the goal. Right open, Lotus.
Lotus
Off the top of the wall.
They're juggling it around, but they can't seem to make it in. Oh, Ghost makes it in.
Oh my goodness, took 3 tries, 3rd time's a charm, right? Off the top of the wall, another one off the top of the wall, and then Ghost has to be like, fine, I'm gonna do it myself, and just open goal. Just back to back to back. And no one was there. That's the funny part, right? Oh,
So-
just make it, make it, make it.
Bosco's doing great this game because even if they're not making goals, they're still keeping it on the enemy side and keeping it away from their own goal.
Yeah.
Keep the pressure, looking for any weaknesses, and when they do spot a weakness, they take it. Even if it's a little bit clunky like it was last time, they
Yeah.
still make it in.
Yeah, I mean pressure. Just putting the pressure. I mean Mustangs are responding back with that equal amount of pressure, but Bosco's been finding the openings, and they've kept the ball on the Mustang side. I think that's the key difference here. They've kept the pressure and kept the ball on the Mustang side, and haven't really given the Mustangs a chance to score here. As I'm saying this, they're on the blue side right now, so they might score from what I've been saying. But regardless, last 20 seconds, that might be it. Great block. That's probably going to do it there. Awesome Adam with a great block to save a goal. Cross, nice hit, great block. Back response back from Lotus. And defense has incredibly picked up from Bosco this game. And it started up last round against Pilots, but now this round, and the round before that, they were just really being very defensive, blocking every shot there. And I think I'll show them the stats after the game. And Bosco's going to steal this one. Final score, 2-1. And just look at that. 2-0, I mean. Last round score was 2-1. 2-0. Bosco winning by increments of 2 here. And that's all they really need to take the win, seems like.
Bosco's definitely picked it up for their defense. Last time their defense wasn't that great. It definitely feels a lot better. A lot of the game, Bosco was playing on the enemy side, keeping the ball on their side, going for the goals. They did a great job here. They picked up a lot of the slack. Honestly, if they keep playing like this, they will probably win this game. If I'm correct, they only need one more win.
Yes, because it's best out of 5 match. They have 2 wins. They have another chance at a sweep here. Or they might be a little more defensive here, like last round against the Pilots. But they've shown that they can score and score aggressive here. And I do like to mention that little Trey is pings a little high here, so that might be a proficient Itart in having 86 score. He does have 1 shot on goal, but man, that ping's bouncing up and down. I know the feeling though. That just sucks. But regardless, look at the scores, look at the stats. They speak for themselves. Ghost and Lowe's both with shots, and altogether 11 shots on goal for Bosco Tech. They definitely have been attacking and have been keeping the pressure on the Mustangs. That's for sure. Moving into the third round here. And Bosco Tech looking for the sweep here. Let's see what they do. They might, last time they were up 2-0, they had a sub in for Lauren was not here. From Awesome Adam to Maroon's not here. And maybe they might do the sub again. They have time. We'll see what happens. Loading in now. Bosco Tech looking in for a sweep. There will be their... If they do end up winning, it'll be the second win of the day. And match is going to start here. Bosco Tech, no one's competing for the goal. That's a miscommunication there. And they just gave Bosco a free goal. That was just a miscommunication on the Mustangs' part. And as you can see, I think little Trey just spazzed out there. He just kind of flung himself out from the replay from what I saw a little bit of.
I think there might be some little bit of lag issues here.
Yeah, like we mentioned before. But look at little Trey here. Just, I don't know what he's trying to do. I think he's trying to do like a little flip to gain more speed. We just couldn't like do it right, and that's when I end up giving a free goal. And especially when you're this late into the match, you can't end up giving those goals. You can't give up those goals too. Definitely a very formidable opponent that is very aggressive. Wide open, just a little tap in from Lotus. Bosco Tech in their own groove here. They cannot be stopped. Look at nice little hit by Ghost all the way up to the top, and it's just a slight little opening there, but that's all Lotus needs in order to get the goal. Just those tiny little opens, tiny little mistakes that Bosco just emphasizes and takes advantage of, and that's what's causing them to win a lot of these rounds.
They've grabbed the horse by the reins, and they're not letting go, man.
Yeah.
It's over for them.
Yeah. They're definitely playing more aggressive this round compared. Oh, the long goal here. Who's going to go up for that?
Oh.
Okay. That was a very interesting goal in itself. I don't think Nitrous had the idea of hitting that into a goal. He just wanted to hit it down range, but no one's there from Bosco or the Mustangs team. And just flying by is awesome Adam. Just missed the goal entirely. Kind of funny. Looks like he's just floating by like he's an astronaut stuck in space. Nowhere to go. And they're back in the game after giving up a goal. Quick demo from Awesome Adam. Can they take advantage of this? Ghost going up for Ariel off the top of the wall. Both miss. Lotus with the ball control here. Oh, own goal! What an own goal. Nitrous just had a goal for the Mustangs last round. He's going to give Bosco one back, seems like. Oh, it's a pinch.
You ought to eat up the squad a little bit, you know what I mean? He
Yeah.
felt bad.
Yeah, he kind of felt bad. It was a little pinch there. Nitrous going straight head on. Bounces it off the Awesome Adams front of the car, and it was a hard enough goal to go in, and Mustangs were left stunned, and even Bosco was left stunned. So, Bosco in the driver's seat, and for already like a minute in, and it seems like the Mustangs are already, kind of gave up here. You kind of feel it, right, with the vibes and the way it's been feeling for Bosco and the way they're pushing up.
Honestly, I think the Mustangs would bring it back, but I think it'd be a hard game for them.
Yeah. They're making a lot of mistakes right now. Emotions are running high for them. They don't want to get swept. It's embarrassing to get swept, right? So, you know, when you have a lot of emotion, get a little angry, you try to force things, right? And you can't really force it, especially in this game right now. Especially with an opponent that's in a groove. You just gotta be patient with it and not let the emotions control you.
I do see what you mean. They're playing a little bit oddly, I guess is the best way to say it.
Yeah, not similar to the last rounds they've been playing. They've been playing a lot more aggressive, but a little more unorthodox. See, like right there, like Cross goes straight in, not accounting for his teammate having a better look than himself, and it's a lot of emotion. You can tell they're playing with a lot of emotion.
I think there might be some communication issues too. Because like you're saying, they don't seem to be aware of each other.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of factors in this already, and Bosco's just playing with their food right now at this point, right? Goes coming there with the side shot, moving in. 2:40 left. Bosco probably needs another goal and might make it the dagger there. Ghost. They'll tap in all the way, moving it back to orange side. Good block there from middle. And off the side of the right wall, Lotus going to catch that one. Going a little aerial style here. Does really nothing with it. Wide open. Can it get blocked? Not in time. Ghost had an idea there. Just couldn't block the goal. And, I mean, regardless, Mustangs are back in the game. A one quick goal there by Cross. Ghost had an idea. It was almost a goal. Just didn't have enough boost. Didn't have enough time. Didn't have enough reaction speed in order to block it. Bosco still winning here 3-2 with up 2-0. Looking for a sweep. And they need to get back here. Ghost taking initiative there. Great shot. No one's there on Bosco's side. Only one player. They can get a really quick alley-oop there. Awesome Adam. Great. Kind of overcompensates there, but it works out. Ghost from the top. Little Trey. He's got nothing there. Funny. The funny new usernames, right? Little Trey. I'm calling him Cross. Lotus. I mean, Lotus isn't funny. It's a pretty cool name.
I mean, Lotus is a normal name, but you have cross.
Cross.
Trey, that you said?
Awesome Adam, Little Trey. I think that's what he meant by the name, because he has 3s instead of E's, right? Trying to be like, you know, username probably got taken, right? Little Trey with the E's probably got taken, so he put 3s.
That could be the possibility.
Yeah, and then Awesome Adam's an awesome name, so.
I must agree.
And Ghost too. All great usernames, common usernames. And they're fun to announce, right?
Exactly.
Just saying.
Who doesn't like saying Ghost? Awesome Adam!
Yeah, right.
Lotus did it again!
Right. It was just fun to say, and like kind of unconventional from a broadcasting perspective, but they're very fun. Very fun to say. 1 minute 20. Nothing too much from action within the past minute or two. Bosco just cruising along here, but Bosco got to play a little more. They need to score another one here, I think, to very ensure the game wins. Oh, almost off the top of the corner there from Ghost.
I think they need to score. They just need to play aggressively and keep it aggressive.
Off the top of the goal, Ghost with an open shot. That's might cost them there, because with the one goal lead here, anything can happen.
Anything can happen, but they're currently being dominant. As long as they keep the dominance, they got this.
Yeah, moving in. 40 seconds left. Open goal. Nothing there. Awesome Adam. If they can just keep this on the orange side, that could be it. Awesome Adam from the top. Cross with a little tap in there. Nostrous. Lotus. And it's in. That might be it. That might be the dagger.
Lotus started again.
That might be the dagger from Lotus there. Oh, just straight up great aerial. Knows exactly where to hit the ball. Upside down too, and hits it the farthest part away from where the Mustang players are. Great situational awareness there, and great play overall. 33 seconds left. That might do it for the Mustangs.
Mustangs can bring it back. It would be a hard-fought battle.
Yeah, very hard. I mean, and they've shown that.
Okay, I take those back. This thing cannot bring it back.
5-2. Seems like they might leave it at that. They might get a late goal here. We'll see. But I mean, the sweep. Bosco Tech really proved themselves today that they can play, and they can play Rocket League very well. Facing the BHH Pilots, beating them 3-1 in their game, in their match there, and then just 30 minutes later, showing no signs of rust at all, showing up against the Mustangs. Almost a goal there, counting down the last 10, and just overall, your view of Bosco today. If you could describe Bosco in one word today, I'm gonna give you a hard question. If you would describe Bosco in one word today, what?
Slow start.
Slow start? That's 2 words though.
It's one word if you play Pokemon and all.
I see. I won't know that reference at all. I don't play Pokemon.
So Gigaregus is very strong, right? But his ability makes it slow start. After a few turns, he has his full power, but he's not as full power at the beginning. Very similar to Bosco Tech
today.
They had a great attack at the beginning. They were lacking defense. Picked up the defense. Were just full all around, like at that second game, just great. It took them. They got a slow start, but they picked it up, and they were way better in the end.
Yeah, showing no signs of rust there. So Bosco Tech will complete the sweep in that round, and that was obviously a great played match from Bosco. If I had to describe it in one word, I'm going to ask that question to myself. If I had to describe it in one word, it would be pressure. And pressure was key in the Bosco's win today, that's for sure, right? Pressure was kept them in the game, even though they end up losing only 1 match today out of the entirety of matches. They played 7 matches today, and they only lost 1, which was very great and a very strong start for Bosco here at the start of the season. So we're going to wrap it up here. Bosco Tech's going to face off real quick. 1 second, we're going to cut up. So very strong start here for Bosco today in the Rocket League match. They played 7 matches, only lost 1. And they won both of their games, beating the Pilots and sweeping the Mustangs. Very strong start. So we're going to end it here, wrap it up here. Bosco Tech very strong in their Rocket League performance. And tomorrow there's another game. Bosco Tech's going to be playing Valorant starting at a 4:30 stream start time. Join us there at the stream to play Valorant, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Goodbye.
Let's go. If you want to.
Let's go interview time.
Yeah. Well, like me run?
I was thinking about it. Yeah, we should.
Oh yeah, I'll run it. Oh yeah, I'll run it. Yeah, all right, I got you. Okay, so instead of cutting off, we're gonna do a real quick interview from one of the players themselves. You can get the mic on. Great game.
Right.
Great game overall. I'll come up with the questions. I mean, great game, great match, and just absolutely great. So obviously, you guys were keeping up the pressure the entire game. You did lose that 1 round against the Pilots. What was your mentality after losing that round? Like, what was your ideas?
It was just more of a learning experience for our new sub. I didn't really pay much mind to it. I just wanted to feel the experience of a competitive game, feeling the communication, the team play that is needed, the level of skill is way different than needs to be in comp, and I just wanted to let him experience it.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, you're up 2-0. You can afford to lose a match, right? So,
yeah.
And obviously you won that next round. So, I mean, teamwork was the center of focus today for you guys. So, your communication was on point. So, how would you describe your teamwork with your other teammates there today?
With Adam and Yvonne, it was pretty good. We need a lot of work on our position on the field. I feel like a lot of our passes were on point. We could do better control. We kept giving away the ball, sadly, at some points. That led to our goals. And we need to focus up. We need to get better. Since Adam is this is his first time getting play time this year, so he stepped up to varsity, and we have to make him better. So.
This is a new season for Rocket League. I know you guys lost some players last year. So, how would you describe those changes? How you guys adapted to them?
So we lost someone really valuable, Noah Martinez. He was really up there with us. Our chemistry with him was bread and butter. We just need to make that same chemistry with Adam, and we need to get him up there. He's getting better. I've been working with him a lot. He's improved a lot over the past few weeks. But I only see him getting better, to be fair.
That's great. So you guys obviously won. You won 2 games today. Very good and consistent games. You guys kept up the pressure the entire time, and congrats to you guys. You guys played very well. I would like to say that. So, like I said before, Valorant match tomorrow for Bosco Tech starts at 4:30. You can catch us here on the stream on YouTube. I'll be announcing it. My co-announcer Luis will be there, and you can see what Bosco Tech come back. They are 0-2 this season, hoping for a comeback tomorrow, and hopefully for a strong start tomorrow. And Yeah, signing off here. I'm Jose, you guys.
I'm Ryan Cabral.
Yeah, signing off.